Hi, I hope everyone had a fantastic weekend. Mine was pretty low-key. I went to a friend's house on Friday night, slept a ton, just did some boring work yesterday. Pretty much the same thing for today. But I wanted to make this quick video to show and to talk about some of the cool features of the Jawbone UP bracelet. I keep posting pictures of it on Twitter and I keep getting tons of responses asking what it is and what it does and if I recommend it, so I figured it'd be better off as a video so I can sort of walk you through how it works. I think it's amazing. I went to the Apple store and bought it probably, I think it was 2 weeks ago, so I've been using it for about 2 weeks, and honestly I think it's one of the coolest things just for at least the accountability of, keeping track of your sleep and how much you're walking and making small changes in your routine to make, a more active and better lifestyle. Okay, so all it is this bracelet that you wear on your wrist at all times, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, or if you don't want to wear it, you can take it off. Obviously, it's not like attached to you like an ankle bracelet or whatever, but it tracks your every movement pretty much, and you can wear it in the shower. There's something weird about wearing something electronic in the shower and like in the water to me, so I take it off because who really cares what happens in like the 20 minutes that you're standing in the shower. Don't really care how many calories I'm burning there. I think you can wear it if you want to, if you're brave enough, go for it. It tracks how many steps you're taking. Somehow it calculates, like how many calories you're burning, both actively and rest calories, and it tracks your sleep. And you can, with using the app on the phone, track what you're eating, sort of like MyFitnessPal, but it's, the whole picture: sleep, walking, calories, food. So once you unwrap it from the packaging, what you're going to want to do is go into the app store on your phone and download the app. So this is what it looks like when it's opening up. Woo. So what's really cool about the app is that you can request like teammates, which is great for like either support and or competition, and I like the competition part of it. And it's set up sort of like on Facebook, where there's a menu on the side and then also a side menu here where it's more of like the technical functions of it. Recommends that you check in 2 times a day. Sometimes I check in more, sometimes I check in only 1 time, depending on, if I want to see how I'm doing on my goals or whatever. When you plug it in, you can set like what your sleep goals are. So you can keep track of saying that you want to hit 6 hours of sleep or 8 hours of sleep, or if you're lucky, 10 hours of sleep, and also how many steps you want to take, like 10,000 steps. That's, I think, what's pretty much recommended. Let me just walk you through the buttons. This top button right here, this is how you're gonna you click it and then you right before you go to sleep, so that's like the sort of the setting button, and then this right here, this cap, comes off, and you can see that this is like what plugs into your phone, just like this. Here we go. Oh look, I added 3,500 steps, and it shows you, what the battery time is and everything, and then you click done, and it shows you here how much you're walking and like what time. So like at 1 p.m. and 12 p.m.-ish, I started walking a lot. I think that's when I went to the grocery store. It is awful grocery store shopping in New York City, so I was, obviously burning a lot of calories there. You can see it shows you active time, total burn, active burn, how long you were most active, how long you were idle. It's a long time for me because it's Sunday and it's hard to walk when you're getting a lot of work done and trying to recuperate from the weekend. Like, these are people that I'm friends with. This is Corey. Ooh, there's Maxie. If you don't want people knowing how much you're sleeping, you can either A, not have any teammates, or B, there's this little lock button that you click and then it's private. This was how I slept on January 25th. And you can see all these up, the tall bars are when I was in a deep sleep, and then the short is when I was in a light sleep, and then the orange is when I woke up. So it was an hour and 40 minutes of light sleep, 1 hour and 56 minutes of deep sleep, and I woke up one time and was awake for 28 minutes. And it took me 17 minutes to fall asleep. Right before I go to sleep, it's sort of like my routine that when I turn off the light and switch it all the way down, I click the button here and you'll see a little light pop up and it looks like a little moon, obviously for sleep. So you have the moon button and then you just go to sleep and it tracks, it knows when you're falling asleep and whatever. It also has this really cool feature of a smart alarm. So it knows like your sleep patterns and it knows like when, you know, you're in your light sleep and so you're not waking up groggy during a deep sleep. So let's say you have to be up by 6:30. You come in here and you set the sleep smart alarm. You're going to plug it in and then you'll say, you know, I need to be up by 6:30 and it knows when you need to wake up. And then when you're sleeping, middle of the night, you know, right before you need to get up during a good sleep pattern, it'll start vibrating to wake you up. Because I wake up so early, I don't really like it because it ends up waking me up at 4:30, which is ridiculous. And then I just go back to sleep because there's no way I'm getting up at 4:30. I need those like extra 35 minutes of sleep for sure. Oh, my favorite part is that you can set an inactivity alarm because I work all day long and I'm typically sitting at a desk and sometimes you're like in the zone and you're typing and typing and typing and whatever. And like hours can go by without moving. And sometimes I forget to eat and everything is just not good. So you can set it to like buzz you awake, or not buzz you awake, you're awake, but like buzz you when you haven't moved. So I set mine for 45 minutes and when it buzzes, I'm like, oh, I got to get up and like move a little bit. So maybe I'll walk up and down the stairs or go to the kitchen or go get a coffee or something. So I'm, you know, staying a little bit more active than normal. Let me show you how you can log food. No, I haven't actually done it myself in a while because that's the hardest part for me is logging my food because really who cares if I've eaten a handful of Skittles. Okay, so here you can see I logged a food and this was Kind Bar and I scanned the barcode and it logs all the information automatically, which is just like MyFitnessPal. But it's all in one place and it also has like, takes into account like how many calories you burned and everything for the day. And then at the top of the home screen, it shows you the percentage of your goals. So this is, I'm at 46% of the goals I set for walking and 132% for sleeping because it's Sunday and I get to sleep a lot. Maxie, Leslie, and I all have it and we realized that we were like sitting on the phone. Those are like perfect times to get some extra steps in. So Maxie is the best at this. I'm kind of lazy about it, but you know, Maxie now is like taking all of her phone calls and like walking while she takes them. So you're just like adding up the steps. I'm much more inclined to take the stairs knowing that like I'm going to plug in and get some extra steps from that. I like that it shows me when I'm inactive because I tend to sit at desks for extremely long periods of time, like absurdly long periods of time. So that's like good for it to vibrate and say like, you know, you've been inactive, get moving. Okay, so if you want to order one yourself, what I recommend doing is really measuring your wrist. So on the website, it has like specifications for different measurements on what size band you want to get. I got this small because I'm typically like an extra small, and I have to say like I wouldn't want it any smaller. So definitely measure your wrist to know if you need a small, medium, or large. Don't just like go off of what you think you should get. Definitely measure it. Right now, I believe that they only have the black and the turquoise. On their website, they show different colors, but they haven't been released yet. I have to say I got the black because I thought the turquoise would like kind of clash with what I was wearing, and the black just is perfectly fine. So you can definitely ask me questions. I'll try to answer or look them up on the website or something and come up with a better answer. Ultimately, the sleep feature is like what sold me because I like don't sleep a lot and it's hard for me to remember that I don't sleep a lot because I just like sort of get into the rhythm of not sleeping and I don't think about it. When I plug it in every morning, I'm like, oh my God, that was only 3.5 hours of sleep. Like I didn't get it even, my light sleep outweighed my deep sleep. I know that now I have to be better about it. I haven't been 100% better about it, but like maybe it'll force me to sleep a little bit more or be more strategic about my sleep or just getting to sleep earlier or whatever. So yeah, ask me questions. I love it. And I've been telling everyone to get it, and I know that a bunch of you on Twitter have told me that they've ordered it, and yeah, so let me know what you think.